Okay, let's unpack this. You've got a killer AV setup. We're talking a pristine 4K display, HDR is popping, the picture looks incredible, but then you hit a wall. You need to get that high-quality audio out of the HDMI signal and into a professional sound system.
Right, like a mixer or a PA system.
Exactly, and you have to do it without messing up that perfect picture.
It's the classic installer's dilemma.
Yes.
You want the video to go one way and the audio to go another, but, they're stuck together in that one cable.
Right. And that is our mission for this deep dive. We are looking at a piece of hardware designed to solve exactly that problem. The Kramer FC-46H2 4K HDR HDMI audio de-embedder.
It's a bit of a mouthful.
It is.
But the function is critical. This little box, it really acts as a bridge between your, say, high-end visual sources and your separate audio systems.
So let's start with the basics. Audio de-embedder, to me, that sounds a little destructive. What are we actually doing to the signal here?
Well, think of it less like destruction and more like surgery. An HDMI cable is like a pipe carrying everything all mixed together.
Your video and your audio.
Exactly. This unit sits in the middle. It takes that massive incoming 4K signal, reaches in, and just surgically extracts or de-embeds the audio track.
Okay, but here is my worry. If I put some junction box in the middle of my expensive 4K HDR chain, am I creating a bottleneck?
Yeah.
Am I going to lose that crisp image just to get the sound out?
That is the #1 fear, and frankly, with cheaper gear, it happens. But looking at the specs here, the FC-46H2 is built for data rates up to 18 gigabits per second.
Which translates to what in the real world?
It means it handles the full bandwidth. It supports 4K at 60 Hz, HDR high dynamic range, and even HDCP 2.2 content protection.
So visually, the signal passes through completely untouched?
Exactly. The projector or the display, it never even knows the audio was taken out.
Okay, so the video is safe. Let's talk about the audio. Once it, grabs that sound, where is it sending it?
You get two main paths. There's a digital SPDIF output, which is pretty standard. But the standout feature for professional installs is the 5-pin balanced audio output.
I see that on the spec sheet. Why is balanced the standout feature here?
Because in a pro setting, say a conference room or a large venue, you're often running cables over really long distances.
Right.
And standard analog cables can pick up interference, like buzzing or humming, over those runs. A balanced output it cancels all that noise out.
I see.
It lets you feed a really clean signal directly into a professional amplifier or mixer.
Got it. So it effectively bridges that gap between a consumer source, like an Apple TV or a laptop, and a professional sound system.
That's it. But there is a twist in the flexibility here. It doesn't just pull audio from the input. It can also handle ARC.
The audio return channel.
Yeah.
Help me visualize that. Usually audio flows from the source to the TV. When would I need to pull it from the output side?
So imagine you're using the smart apps built directly into a TV, like YouTube or Netflix.
Okay, so the video isn't coming from an external box.
Right, it's originating in the display. ARC sends that audio back down the HDMI cable to this Kramer unit, so you can still route that sound to your big speakers.
That's actually a huge problem solver. Otherwise, you're stuck using the TV's internal speakers or like running a messy separate cable.
It keeps everything neat, all within the HDMI chain.
Now, digging into the manual, I found a section on smart EDID management, and it involves DIP switches.
Ah, yes.
In a world of plug-and-play, manually flipping little physical switches feels a bit retro. Why is this necessary?
Because plug-and-play can often turn into plug-and-pray. EDID is that digital handshake where the TV tells the source, hey, I can play 4K, I can do surround sound.
And sometimes that handshake fails.
It fails, or you get a mismatch, like a projector that wants 4K video but can't handle the audio format you need for the main speakers.
So the switches let you just overrule the handshake.
It makes the unit a diplomat. You can force the system to lock to specific settings, like forcing 2-channel stereo audio, even if the projector is confusing the source.
It gives the installer control.
Control, exactly, rather than leaving it to the devices to guess.
Okay, speaking of specific tech, I also saw a trademark term in the notes, Kramer reclocking. Is that just marketing fluff, or does it serve a real purpose?
No, it's actually vital for digital signals. HDMI degrades over distance. Reclocking essentially rebuilds the signal timing. It's like a digital restorative.
So it's not just a splitter, it's a booster.
In a way, yeah. It ensures that even after passing through this box, the signal is strong enough to travel another long distance to the projector.
And looking at the form factor, it's tiny.
And fanless, which is crucial. You can mount 3 of these side by side in a single rack space.
Yeah, because it has no fan, it's silent.
Perfectly silent, which is great if it's sitting under a conference table right near a microphone.
It really seems like a classic glue device. It's not the star of the show, but the show doesn't happen without it.
It just makes your consumer video sources play nice with your professional audio gear without sacrificing quality on either end.
Which brings us to an interesting thought to wrap up on. We spend so much time obsessing over the Hero Specs 8K resolution, a billion colors.
But in a functional system, maybe the most valuable component is the one you never see. That invisible box that just makes sure the sound comes out of the right speakers without glitching the video.
If you don't notice it, it's doing its job perfectly.
Something to consider next time you set up a system. That's our deep dive on the Kramer FC-46H2.
Thanks for listening.